After having overflowed Johto with sheer water power, we decide to travel to a new place and teach a new region the benefits of staying hydrated, albeit in the harshest way possible, aka by destroying all their hopes and dreams. So, without further ado, we grabbed our floaties, double stacked ourselves with H2O bottles, and headed towards a great adventure. Of course, the starter we picked for this run is Mudkip, which we affectionately called Agent 7. After beating our rival's level 5 Trico and acquiring Pokeballs, we catch Gen 7 Rain the Wingull in Route 103, partying the Lotad in Route 102, and round the Marill in Route 104. With this team, it's time to challenge the first gym leader, Roxanne. We lead Parting, who's now a Lombre, and beat both Geodudes with Absorb. Once Nosepass comes in, we click Growl once as it Rock Tombs and switch to Agent 7. After the attack drop from Growl, Agent 7 easily beats Nosepass 1v1 and grants us a riskless Gym 1. After getting done with rescuing Pico from the Aqua Grunt in Rustboro Tunnel, we're granted permission to go to Dewfort City, which gives us a pivotal item, the Old Rod. With this item, we can welcome back 2 brave warriors from our Johto run. Give it up to Gyarados the Magikarp and unknown swimming object the Tentacool. We also go all the way back to the Pentelberg and fish for Dupe the Goldeen. That means we now have a total of 6 Pokemon if we discount the Magikarp that will not be useful for right now. With this team of 6, we step to the second gym leader, Brawly. Now, you might think this is not going to be hard at all, especially since we have Wingull and Tentacool, but you would be mistaken. Wingull does not deal a lot of damage even with Stab Wing Attack, and Tentacool, despite being resistant to fighting, cannot really clap back. Now, thankfully, this doesn't matter as much against Machop and Meditite, which Gen 7 Rain dispatches quite easily, but come the Makuhita, we literally have no way of preventing it from bulking up repeatedly. We spam Wing Attack as much as we can until we are hit with a massive +2 Vital Throw. We don't want to lose Gen 7 Rain, so we try to switch to Dupe. We hit a Peck, which does a grand total of almost nothing, and lose Dupe to another Vital Throw. We go Tentacool and try to Acid, but Brawly heals back to full with Super Potion, and that is kind of what we were dreading. A scenario where Makuhita boosts and we can do nothing about it. We clicked Poison Sting hoping for a poison, and we got it. We then proceed to Supersonic, hit the move, get a lucky self-hit, and then another one, and then another one. Now, that was such an incredibly lucky Brawly fight, but at least it was the hardest gym in terms of finding an answer for with our roster. And here you might think, but wait, isn't the next gym the electric type one, aka the one super effective against water? Well, dear astute viewer, you would be correct, but even given that, our mono water squad, now improved with the evolved Gyarados to replace Dupe Sacrifice, has what it takes to beat even the highest voltage of electric gyms. We lead with Round. We start brawling with the lead Voltorb, which cannot really overpower us despite the super effective electric moves due to Azumaril's respective stat line for this point in the game. We do risk 1 crit from a Spark after Watson heals, but we were afraid of losing another Mon to a potential explosion, with Azumarill being a more okay loss all things considered. Once both Pokemon are low HP, we switch to Lombre and fake out for the kill. Electrike comes next, at which point we send our secret weapon, Agent 7. Thanks to its grounding type, Agent 7 is a perfect Pokemon for this gym. It beats Electrike easily, gets confused by the faster Magneton, but pulls through after only 1 self-hit, and spams Mudshot against the Manectric just before we survived a boosted critical hit Quick Attack. Not even worried. And speaking of not even worried, next up is Flannery, the Fire-type gym leader, which should be easy, right? Right? Well, only one way to find out. We lead Tentacool and spam Bubble Beam, one-shotting all but the Torkoal, and once the ace comes in, we switch to our female Gyarados as it goes for Sunny Day. The fact that Gyarados is female is important because this Torkoal has Attract. Gyarados easily outdamages Torkoal thanks to Dragon Rage, but once Flannery uses 2 Hyper Potions and crits a Body Slam, we have to switch to Azumarill. We hit one bubble beam in the sun, but we get attracted as our Azu is male. We then went to Pelipper. We stall the sun with the Protect and then click Water Gun, get around being paralyzed by Body Slam thanks to a clutch Cherry Berry, and manage to KO the Fire Behemoth with a final Water Gun. Quite hard for a Fire Gym and a mono water run, but the run is on. Upon beating Flannery, we can beeline towards Petalburg, where we fight our dad, the normal gym leader. We use a combination of Agent 7 and Lombre to beat Spinda. We switch to Gyarados to intimidate the Vigoroth, and we go to Azu afterwards. From here, we try to 1v1 as the Vigoroth crits us twice in a row. But even though we are dead to the next crit, we decide to risk Azu until it would be dead to a non-crit slash before going to Gyarados and defeating the Vigoroth. This maneuver permits us to have Gyarados out for Linoon, which, thanks to the raw power of non-stab strength, denies Linoon the belly drum and has it easily fall to the might of Gyarados. Last but not least is Slacking. We go hard Pelipper and we cheese Protect to try and beat the Slacking, but thanks to a Hyper Potion, Slacking manages to stall us out of Protects before dying. We try to chip it as much as possible before going USO and winning yet another deathless gym fight. Now, right after obtaining the normal type badge, we get HM3 Surf, which is not only a required progress item, but also a great move for literally everything we have. And even better, we now get the Good Rod as well. This gives us Bag the Whalmer, not Agent 7 the Barboach, as well as Corphish the Gorvana, which we admittedly forgot to nickname. Whoops. Now, with the improved roster, we go challenge Winona, and this time around, we have a plan. Ice Beam Tentacruel. Through a combination of Ice Beams and Surfs, we solo our way through her entire squad without taking even a scratch of damage. An absolute massacre of a 6-gym fight. And speaking of massacres, next up is Gym 7 Tate and Lisa, a notoriously hard fight. We lead dual dark types. We use Crunch from Sharpedo and Surf from Crawdon to KO the Claydol and Xatu boost with Calm Mind. We try to use a similar strategy to take out Lunatone, but okay, so apparently not only Solrock outsped us, which we did not think would happen, but Xatu clicks Sunny Day, perfectly setting up for Solrock hitting a Solar Beam in the same turn, destroying our Sharpedo, the better of our dark types. Well, that sure's a problem now. We send out Bag and spam Surf, which does pitiful damage thanks to Sunny Day and Calm Mind boosts. We thus shift our strategy to try to KO Xatu with physical moves. We do some damage with Crawdon while we Surf with Bag. After the Lobster is put to sleep, go Azumarill and try to hit Strength as well. Unfortunately, after Crawdon wakes up, it hits itself in confusion twice in a row, which gives the gym leader time to heal Xatu and KO Azumarill. We go Gyarados and keep hitting moves until Xatu dies, leaving only Lunatone active. We go Wailord, get KO'd by Lunatone, go Tenta, get KO'd by Lunatone, and finally manage to kill the sentient Moonstone with a whopping 4 deaths. Definitely not the best performance we could have given with the resources we had. Now, as tragic as this may seem, especially given we lost Tentacruel, which is definitely one of our best Pokemon and an answer to Wallace's Ludicolo, we actually kind of bailed out with decent damage control. We lost Azu and Wailord, which are pretty underwhelming, and we lost one of our 2 Dark Water Pokemon, albeit the better one of the 2. Even better, we went to Shoal Cave and caught Round 2 the Spheal, and thanks to H and Dive, we caught Zapper the Lantern underwater. Massive additions to our team, especially for the next and last gym leader, Juan. For one, the plan is very simple. We lead Partying, who is now a Ludicolo, and spam the heck out of Giga Drain to destroy everything until the Kingdra comes out. This Kingdra can be a massive troll with its double teams, but we are prepared. In typical Poke Rebel stall fashion, we go to round 2, which we have taught Rest to. With this moveset, no matter how much it can dodge our moves with evasion boost, Kingdra will never be able to damage us enough to break through Rest Wailmer. So we just sit there and watch it try its best until it actually gives up and gets hit by an Ice Beam enough times for a kill. Last, and actually least, is Wailord, which Zapper easily disposes of. With all 8 badges under our belt, we can head into the hardest challenge of them all, the Elite Four, with a team of Agent 7 the Swampert, not Agent 7 the Whiscash, Pardon with Ludicolo, Round 2 the Wailmer, Gyarados the Gyarados, and Zapper the Lantern. Sydney's pretty easy. We use Agent 7 to 1v1 Mightyena, then we go Gyarados and spam Strength through everything until we are at the last Pokemon, Chronot, and we sustain a decent amount of damage. We then go Zapper and Thunderbolt. Phoebe is not a problem as well. Agent 7 easily sweeps through 3 of our Pokemon thanks to its better stats. In comes the second Banette. We pivot through Gyarados to Intimidate it and get rid of the special defense drop we sustained before. Even a crit Psychic does not kill us as we defeat the penultimate Ghost type. In comes the second Dusclops, who has Rock Slide and Earthquake. We use Intimidate, pivoting the Gyarados to lower its attack stat to -2 and sent not Agent 7, which can then 1v1 a weakened Dusclops without a hassle. So far, so good. Now, this is the actual moment things start to get scary. Glacier's Glalie and Wailmer can be dangerous to deal with, and Drake as well as Wallace have teams that are very strong overall. But we actually have one ultimate tech in our sleeves, Dragon Dance Gyarados. We lead Gyarados into Glacier's Celio. We dance twice as it tries to body slam us. We then kill it with EQ. Glalie comes next. Our Earthquake does not quite kill as it goes for Light Screen, but we can use Glacier's Full Restore as a chance to click Dragon Dance for a third time and guarantee the next EQ is a kill. The second Glalie and Celio are cleanly one-shot, and though Walrein survives one hit, it does not manage to scare us and falls promptly. 3 down, 2 to go. Drake is next. Thankfully, he leads with the weak Shelgon that loves to click Protect. We click Dragon Dance 4 times and we spam moves against his team in the most carefree way. We kind of get slowed down by Flygon at the end, but we were not even dead to a crit Dragon Breath, so pretty easy. And last but not least is Wallace. We lead Zapper to beat the Wailord and Thunderbolt the incoming Gyarados as well, giving us a nice lead as Ludicolo comes out. We go Gyarados and click D-Dance once as it double teams. We spam Strength hoping for a hit, which we end up getting, KOing the Ludicolo. From there, Gyarados at +1 attack is all that it takes to beat all of Wallace's Pokemon. And just like that, we beat a Pokemon Emerald Hardcore Nuzlocke using only H2O. As always, feel free to clown our playstyle in the comments below, and while you're at it, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Check these gems out, and on that note, have a nice one.